Hello everyone, welcome to Medizi, and today I will be discussing how you can crack AWS Solution Architect new exam SSSO2 in just 100 days. If you don't have any prior knowledge of cloud, still you can crack the exam. So this will be a complete exam guide wherein I will be try to tell you the exam process which you might have known, or you can directly visit to AWS portal itself where you can see the all exam related stuff. So apart from that, I will be trying to touch each of the strategy to how to read, how to prepare for the exam, what are the practice tests that you need to take, what will be the learning checks when you think that you are ready for the exam, and how basically crack the exam. So let's begin. So as I said, it will be the topic will be covered around about examination, how to prepare, what are the hands-on that you need to do, and then practice exam, dumps if you need any dumps for that exam, then learning checkpoint, then some bonus links. So in the bonus link, I will be giving you a few links where you can go and check the new question. So they are keep updating the question, and you can see the correct answer as well with explanation. You need not to pay anything for that. Along with that, I will be giving you a link in the description of this video below, so you will download that particular PDF and you can see around 500 question. Out of 500 question, 300 question are for SSSO one exam, and this is around 100 question for new exam, but still you need to go through all the 500 question before you actually taking for the exam. Okay, so let's begin from the how is the exam. So number of questions. So the exam consists of 65 questions, and each of the question is either either four or five choices. So if it is multiple response, then you need to choose two correct response out of five, and if it's a single choice, then out of four you need to choose one in the answer section. So this is 65 question. The passing marks is 720, so which is bit high anyways, and the approximate correct attempts is required approx for 52 to 50 to 52. So you do not have many option to keep, like, leave question or do some question incorrectly. Then there is no negative marks, that's a good thing, but the bad thing is there is no partial marking. So even if there will be many questions where they will be asking you to choose two options. So if you select one option appropriately, correctly, but still another is wrong, so still you will get marks as a zero. So there is no partial marking, and the time would be 2 hours 10 minutes, so which is basically 65 question 130 minutes, so 2 minutes each question. But there is an option if you are non-native English speaker, so if you can 30 minutes, if you will get 30-minute extra time if you are booking the examination through their helpline. But if you are booking through the Pearson or any other test center online portal, you will be getting only 2 hours 10 minutes. So I would recommend that you take that extra 30 minutes. It will help not to rush, and few since SSSO2 questions, at least 10 to 20% questions and answers are quite large and lengthy, so better to have the 30 minutes. Okay, and the exam mode will be online proctored. So as we are in pandemic mode, we can't go really outside, and many of the test center are closed now. Few of the test center are opened, but still most of the test center are still closed. So we can book the exam and take the exam from our laptop or desktop, provided we need to have a external web camera for our desktop. So bear in mind, the cameras that are integrated with the desktop will not help, because the proctor will ask you want to see your rooms and your clean desktop he wants to see. So you need some device which can be like you can do some rotation, but laptop will work in this case. And you need headphone, and you need a Wi-Fi 2 Mbps or higher, and you cannot use your mobile while giving the exam. And the 2 hours or 2 hours 10 minutes or 2 hours 40 minutes, you need not allowed to go outside. So there are few criteria. You can see the criteria from the online exam portal. So that's all about the exam. Okay, one more thing. The price, the fees of the exam is approximate now is 150 USD, so around 13,000 rupees. And you can take a practice exam by giving them 20 USD, which is not at all required. But if you still think that you need a practice exam, you can give a practice exam by spending $20. Okay, so let's move on to the next section, which is how to prepare. Now this is the first part of the preparation. I would there are many website or many freelancer or many uh, teachers who used to teach cloud. So I am not talking of them. I just talking a self-paced learning, wherein you can buy few video lectures and do some hands-on with them and read the every sort of course and take the notes by which you can prepare. So I would suggest take any two of the list. Like I have Stephen Marker as a top, then Cloud Guru, then Neil Davis, then Brendan Golden. So I would recommend that you take at least two. Stephen Marker is the must, and in this three, choose any of one and try to see all their lecture and do the hands-on with them. So this will take around 2 months to complete, and then you repeat at least one of their course, and at that time you take the important notes. Okay, and the study plan you can do, you can every day you can spend around 2 or 2.5 hours if you are working, and then in weekdays, normally weekends, so you can spend 6 to 8 hours so that you can finish all of these two video lecture within 2 months. And while watching the video lecture, you will be end up to some learning checks wherein you can participate some quiz, so you can check your learning. So if you think that this is not going well, you can still have a chance to uh, revisit the videos. And one thing I used to do, in the second time when I am repeating some of the videos, you can fast it forward. Like you can normally set speed as 1.5. So in Udemy, there are many sites. I mean, they have option to fast forward the videos, so that we can quickly complete the second or the repeat video series. Okay, so these four are available over internet, and these are available in Udemy itself. So Udemy, you will spend around 400 or 500 bucks and Indian currency, and you can book there. You can see the ratings also, reviews also, so any of two will be sufficient. But don't rely only one of the video series, because few of the things I have seen, Stephen Marker is great in many of the parts. In few of the new things, a Cloud Guru has provided better explanation. Neil Davis provided a great areas in networking based of things. So altogether you need to purchase at least two courses. Don't purchase four, it will be like mess. You will be repeating all the stuff again and again, so you'll be bored. Buy at least two video course, try to complete at least two, and then repeat at least one, and take few important notes so that you can at least have a look. Okay, so that's about first 2 months of initial preparation. Then hands-on. So apart from the study and watching video parallel, you need to do the hands-on. Now AWS around more than 50 or 50, 60 important services that are required to know in order to sit for the exam. But still I would suggest you to do hands-on at least for VPC, because in the VPC section, if you are doing hands-on, you will be doing EC2. You will be able to launch EC2 both Linux and Windows instance with keys. Along with EBS, you will be doing security group, you will be playing with NACL, you will be doing some VPC peering. Then you will be doing VPC peering is nothing but one VPC in communicating to other over internet. It's not internet. Then internet gateway, then NAT gateway, NAT instance. You will be do lot of things. So VPC is the must. Without doing hands-on, please don't sit for the exam. You may fail the exam, because VPC is the most important topic in the AWS, where you will expect 8 to 10 questions out of 65 questions. So this is most important topic. Do hands-on, try to read BPC, clear the concept, and remember as much as possible. then I would suggest go for S3. S3 you'll get around 5 to 10 questions. Because of S3 they have, S3, then Snowball, then they have storage gateways, then they have Glacier, Deep Archive, so many stuff, and comparison, and S3 pricing, S3 durability. There is so many stuff. So you need to do the hands-on pre-signed URL. So many stuffs are there. So uh, do some hands-on, and then SQS and SNS. And SQS and SNS, why I am basically telling, because SQS and SNS, queue service and notification service, if you're not doing that, you'll be confused between two, and there are few areas where you will not be able to answer in SQS question. So if you are getting the only stuff, people will say, if your question is having decouple, go for SQS, but that is not the case. Decouple can be done many ways, out of which SQS might be one solution. But in SQS there are many things: visibility timeout, long pooling, short pooling, SQS FIFO. There are so many criteria. So do hands-on on SQL, SQS and SNS. Now auto scaling, I would rather recommend it, because in auto scaling you will get at least 5 to 6 questions from auto scaling. So there are auto scaling templates are there, so you need to understand the templates and parameters also. So though it's not important for architect, but still you need to do auto scaling stuff. So apart from that, there are more services specific to networking. I mean, if you're a development background, you need to consider on ELB, where you need to consider as ALB and NLB. Also, you need to consider the Route 53, which is a DNS provider of AWS. But if you're from networking background, it is easier for you to understand DNS, A record, alias record, then CNAME. But if you're not from networking background, you need to know. But I don't think the hands-on is required. If you go through it, you can learn. So that's all about hands-on, and you need to remember that within 2 months of time you need to do the basic read and hands-on as well. So once that is done, you are now prepared for going for practice exam. So okay, what to read? Okay, apart from study, while you are watching videos and doing hands-on, you need to do some studies. Where you will study, you can purchase a book. I would not recommend it, because the book is like quite expensive, 400 500,000 rupees, and every day AWS changing their syllabus, or they are introducing new services. So book will not be relevant after 6 months. You can keep it in your shelf, that AWS, but that much help in your real world. So better to go from the AWS resources, AWS site. uh, the way that you need to write is frequently asked question for interviews. If you search any topic like S3 FAQs, give S3 FAQs, you can see a lot of questions. Okay, you can read that. That will be helpful for interview as well. That will be helpful for actual exam as well. Now case studies are the most important, people left out with. And case studies in at least in exam, at least you'll say 5 to 10 case studies that will be directly taking from the AWS site. So if it is not possible for you to do a complete read of case studies and FAQs, but few of the service which you think that they have they are like important for the exam, you read that. Docs are very detailed study. If you can read the docs, AWS docs, you can study, or you can left out as of now the docs. Then white papers, at least you read the white papers. There are 5 6 white papers present. I mean, you can't read all, just go through it at least once. So that's all. Now there is a shortcut of these everything, like without FAQ, reading FAQs, case studies, docs and white papers, still you can clear out the exam. There are two very good free website, I would say. One is tutorialdozo.com and one is Jitendra Patil blog in AWS. So refer any of them. They have actually summarized all the important topics in their website. Then after summarize, they have also the learning chess, wherein they have given some important question with the answer. So there are 10 20 services, around 20 or 25 services. You can, if you read from tutorials dojo or Jitendra Patil's work, that is also helpful. Okay, that's all about reading. Now once you done with watching videos and reading, then it comes to the practice exam. Now you need to take, no matter how good you are, you need to take the practice exam, because without knowing the practice question, you won't be able to succeed the exam. So I have given four options here. Stephen Marker, in Udemy they have four series of question. Each series they have 65 question. So this is the must taken. Okay. Apart from this, you can take the Tutorial Dojo, Neil Davis, and A Cloud Guru. So A Cloud Guru